Hello, this is Paraleo, and we are going to start a playthrough of the Anno 1701 AD missions. I see they say they call them scenarios, but I think they have to be related. I already played the first two, but I'm gonna replay them without the soundtrack. So the entire playthrough will be without the game soundtrack because I had some troubles. So feel free to add your own music if you need it. If you plan to follow my postings. Okay, this mission description is narrated all the time as I saw at the beginning of the mission, so I'm not gonna read them. Let's go for it. Let's go.
The Santa Barbara is a few days late. The men of Viscasset are very worried, as this ship was bringing their families to the new homeland. For days the pioneers have been planning the arrival of their loved ones, and their impoverished drudgery is forgotten at a stroke. The worry that something could have befallen the women and children is uppermost in all the minds and all the talk in Viscasset. The men have turned to you in their distress. Set sail and find out what has really happened to the Santa Barbara.
Okay.
The Santa Barbara should have arrived in Wiscasset with our women and children on board days ago. We keep a desperate lookout every morning. Due to the stormy weather over the last few days, we're all petrified with fear. We beseech you, dispatch a ship today to search for the Santa Barbara. How can we build anything on this island when we worry for our families' very lives?
Yeah, check out the trailer if you need to. I'll post it separately. Check out the playlist, okay, for this game. So let's, before we leave, let's build a food production. Another food production because we have the fisherman here. Alright. We should ensure some surplus.
Where are we going?
Because I played this a few times. I wanted to be perfect. Because I got interrupted by neighbors doing houseworks, drilling and other stuff like that. And first post...
Here! We're over here!
First post...
The next storm's already brewing.
First post had soundtrack claim issues, so I had to... I deleted the video so I can be safe. I don't want any problems. So that's why we don't have any soundtracks right now.
You're heaven sent. That damn storm really caught us and drove us right up into that reef. My crew's working to get the damage repaired, but we're running out of supplies. Not just the women and children, but rather all of us are at the end of our tether. Got to provide us with food as quickly as possible. A few crates of supplies should be enough to ease the worst misery. Hurry up. Time's running out.
Yeah.
Set course!
I'm curious about the story of this game. Don't know much about it. I think I played something years ago, but don't remember too much of it. Are there wells in this one? I think there are. Okay, you can. You have 2 speeds. So
You
let's.
found the Santa Barbara. This is truly splendid news. We will help you gather the urgently needed food.
Yeah, you have 2 speeds, slow and fast, so you can see the birds are flying faster. I learned about this after I played the mission a few times, so I decided to use it to cut the dead times when you wait for stuff to gather, you know. Let's see, we have
We've carried enough food to the warehouse. Let's load the ship quickly and set sail.
let's go on.
The food is now safely stowed on board. Let's weigh anchor. The Santa Barbara is waiting for our help.
Games doesn't look. The game doesn't look bad.
Well done!
Mountains look a bit sketchy, but it's an old game. You see the textures are stretched. The rest looks interesting. Looks rather well. I'm playing on with all the settings on max, but this is a 2006 game if
There you
I'm
are. We've not been able to make it
mistaken.
much longer. I will share out the rations amongst the passengers and the crew immediately. Thanks a million.
Do that.
There's something else I want to ask you for. The storm has literally torn our sails apart. We need cloth as quickly as possible so we can repair the sails.
Okay, sir.
As a symbol of my gratitude. Maybe they can help in erecting the facilities necessary for producing cloth.
Let's do that. Yeah, the ship stops when that notification appears.
What's that you say? The sails of the Santa Barbara were torn apart in the storm? Don't worry. We're here to help. We'll help you produce the cloth needed.
I feel like they had too much talking, but maybe it's just me. So we need 48 more, 24 more pioneers. So let's build more houses. I think we can. Let's build a lot more. I think we'll be safe after this. Have enough lumber. Six. Okay. Let's build. The ratio is 2 sheep farms for 1 weaver.
Very good. We'll start raising sheep immediately. Just you erect the weaver's hut. We'll start producing the cloth immediately. Hopefully it won't take too long to produce the cloth needed for the Santa Barbara.
Okay, I built 2 so they can do things faster. And we are going to hurry a bit, because I want to include the second mission in this part also.
Everything you see is fresh as can be.
Yeah, you might know if you follow my posting that I tested the new upcoming Anno. So I'm very pumped about it. I think I will have a new favorite Anno. Right now it's 1404.
It is done. We've woven enough cloth.
Okay.
The only thing left to do is load it and take it to the Santa Barbara. The cloth is now on board. Let's weigh anchor. Our families are waiting for help.
Yeah, let's take care of those people.
Phew! That was close. With this cloth, we can renew our sails in no time. We're gonna put to sea any moment and set course for Wiscasset. The Santa Barbara. At last! We never thought we'd have the chance to embrace our women and children again. You don't know how grateful we are. Under your rule, Wiscasset will surely prosper.
You can bet your that it will. Fireworks. Did they have fireworks at that time? 1701, they might. They might. Alright, let's do the second mission. I'm rushing it a bit because I played them to that while I was trying to start this series. So, second mission. It's gonna be narrated again, so
You awake from deep unconsciousness to find yourself on a barren island. Only slowly do you remember what happened. A violent thunderstorm had inflicted heavy damage on your ship. As it was dashed against a reef and sank, you must have been washed up on this inhospitable island with a few followers. Nor is the barren island inviting you to stay for very long. An ominous rumbling from the depths of the huge volcano in the north means that it is about to erupt. Every hour counts. You and your men must get away from here as quickly as possible.
you may notice that the briefing is worded differently by the narrator than it is on the letter. I noticed
Hello?
this.
Can you hear me? It's me, Valo, first mate. You've been unconscious for a long time. You were really on the receiving end when we keeled over. Well, we're all still alive. That's the good news. As if we didn't have bad luck enough for a whole mariner's life already, the volcano in the east of the island seems to be quite active. At least, there's a fierce rumbling every now and then. Best we get cracking to erect a camp here so we can build a little shipyard. Then we knock up a ship, get all our things together, and scram before we all get grilled.
Alright. I think the volcano is scripted, so we don't really need to hurry. We don't have a ship, but those crates will eventually arrive to shore, will be washed out on the beach, so we might get some tools also. And as a curiosity, I don't remember if
Well done. The fishermen will be able to provide us with sufficient food.
they try to make you feel better, but it's a bit too much in the input. So I was trying to say that before I got rudely interrupted again, that these things work without population. I don't remember how they work in 1404. I'm actually not sure. So you can actually wait until you have resources and then build up and increase your population. That could be a strategy in case of need. I'm gonna build two lumber camps. they are too far, and the cart will
So,
go too long.
soon we will have enough wood to build the first few houses. Then the people will be protected from the terrible weather here.
And let's build a hunter also.
Well done. The hunter will be able to provide us with sufficient food.
So for the final building in a production chain, you always need a road. In this case, lumber is the sole building in this production chain, so it needs a road. In the case of the weaver, you saw that we don't need the roads for the farms, but it is wise to have stocks of wool also in case some quests require them. Okay, let's build a center, a town center. Town center should have its own range, you see. It doesn't seem to extend, I believe it's because of this volcano. Doesn't seem to extend the city range. Let's build it where we can. Get some houses. Gonna need a lot of them.
First to be stranded upon this piece of land. Our scouts have discovered some decayed huts. Either the inhabitants fled long ago, or they fell victim to the volcano.
Yeah, let's increase the speed a bit. If you hold shift, you can build houses easily.
Good heavens! It looks like that volcano may soon erupt. The smoke is getting thicker and thicker.
And let's build another market building so everything can arrive quicker. How many are you? So to get to pioneers, let's be proactive. We're gonna need this place. Let's build another. Let's build it over here. Let's start cloth production. Here, a road on here. Let's prepare this part also.
What luck!
Let's build a farm.
Has washed up on the beach.
As I said, okay. It's gonna overlap, but we don't need efficiency too much over here. Is it? I wasn't paying attention. Is it in its range? Never mind.
Well
See?
done! The first cloth is coming in. Now,
Okay.
people should be protected against inclement weather.
We need more houses. Okay, let's give them some space to walk around.
Thank God! The volcano seems to have calmed down again. Yet I'm afraid this calm won't last very long.
Okay, I think it's enough.
New buildings are available for construction.
Our people are afraid of the volcano. A chapel would strengthen their faith.
Okay, we're gonna need a chapel indeed. That's why I left the empty space here.
I'm relieved. After praying in the chapel, we're now confident of leaving this cursed place in one piece.
Now they should start upgrading. I have the taxes on low. I don't care about this because the mission is short. I'm losing 43 gold per minute, but I don't mind. See, the first one evolved. And for the shipyard we're gonna need bricks because it's in the other population tier. As a contrast, in the new Anno,
Good grief! That volcano is rumbling again. The devil wants to claim this island for himself. Let's get out of here!
in the new Anno, population will have 5 types, I think, and each type will be assigned to a certain production building. For example, the farmers will be running the farms and some production. The workers will have their place, the artisan their place, and this has been mentioned, so I'm not spoiling anything. This has been mentioned by the developers. But in this game, the population requirements...
In order to build a shipyard, we should set up a clay pit to the southwest.
In this game, the population requirements are only necessary to unlock the buildings, and then it doesn't matter how many you have from each one, from each population type. Let's build a clay pit.
The volcano seems to have calmed down again, yet I'm afraid this calm won't last very long. Very good! What luck that we now have a clay pit! Soon, nothing will prevent us from building the shipyard. We found tools in the abandoned clay pit. Someone must have left them there. At last! The brick factory stands completed. Soon we can build a small shipyard. We should get cracking, though. Only God knows when this forsaken volcano is going to erupt.
I need more houses. Might be. Let's build more houses. They might be... Let me check a bit.
Take your heels around!
Abandon your houses!
This is God's punishment! Get the women and children out of here!
Abandon your houses!
I wonder if the distance from the town center matters. So the game will wait to promote this one. Let me... I think you can promote manually. If... well,
A very nice day today. Three for the price of two.
yeah, it should be you for upgrading. Or do they need to go and take resources? Okay, I'll see the next mission how this works really, but I know U is for upgrading.
Your construction options have increased.
Okay. So now we could build a shipyard. Let's see how many bricks it needs. 10. You have some upgrades possible, so you have the upgrades for the houses, you have the upgrades for the warehouse if you want, but we won't be upgrading it in this mission because it's not necessary. We got positive balance. Okay, let's build a shipyard. This will be the end of this
All we need
mission.
now is a ship to get away from here.
Yeah. We can't build anything but this one. We place the order, and when the wood is available they will start building it. Alright.
The workers have completed the ship. Finally, we're able to flee. I have prompted the whole crew to gather at the warehouse so we can board as quickly as possible. Everyone is aboard. We should set sail as quickly as possible before the volcano erupts. Whoa, that was close. Talk about a sea of flames. Just a few minutes longer and that damn volcano would have roasted us all. You saved our necks. It's an honor for the crew and me to follow you, no matter where. Well, except maybe Fire Spitting Islands.
We'll see about that. So these are the first two missions. They were shorter than the rest. I think the third will be a bit shorter, but I'm gonna make it one part. So we are going to stop here, and I'll post another part soon. Okay, bye bye.